What is going on, Headliner Nation? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and here we go, Week 16 Fantasy Football Championships for a lot of people, and it's time for the quick and dirty Top 30. Now listen, I know you got a lot of chores to take care of before Christmas morning, so we're not wasting any time getting right into the rankings, starting right here at number 30. And that's going to be Latavius Murray, New Orleans Saints, a matchup on Christmas Friday against the Minnesota Vikings. Not a bad matchup for them. Plus, we talked about it in our start-sit video, right? Drew Brees not really 100% going to be reliant on his running backs to make some big plays, like the potential upside of Latavius Murray got him at 30. Number 29, Darrell Williams, Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the Atlanta Falcons. A difficult matchup, but don't forget, this is a backfield that has split touches forever. And just because there's no CEH, don't think that Le'Veon Bell's going to get every touch. Is Darrell Williams a smash must start this week? No, absolutely not. He's a flyer flex play at best. Just don't forget about him. He could see some value in this offense this week. Number 28, Devin Singletary, Buffalo Bills, Monday Night Football, going up against the New England Patriots. Now, Devin, kind of showed a little bit of that big play ability this past week. The issue, still going to split touches, however, not the worst matchup going up against New England, who's just a shadow of what they used to be. Devin Singles' potential big play upside is there, got him at 28. 27, Chase Edmonds, Arizona Cardinals, was limited and a game-time decision coming into the game last week and looked just fine. I expect the same this week going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Kenyon Drake, slightly banged up, should be good to go, but the way they're utilizing Chase Edmonds once again, his value is starting to creep back up into that flex category, which he hasn't been over the last month or so, got him at 27. Number 26 is Wayne Gallman, New York Giants. A difficult matchup going up against the Baltimore Ravens, but hopefully with Danny Dimes back under center, that'll open up a few more running lanes. We know he can find the end zone. He should get the volume in the backfield. Got him at 26. 25, welcome back to the Dirty 30, Gio Bernard of the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Houston Texans. A great matchup going up against the Houston Texans. I would love to throw Gio Bernard higher. The problem is, dude's performed one game out of like the last 2 months of football. Really hard to trust, but he does enter that flex category in a great matchup. Got him at 25. Number 24 is Darrell Henderson, Los Angeles Rams, going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Not a horrible matchup for Darrell Henderson, and we know he should see some more volume with no Cam Akers in this backfield. The issue, the reason he's not higher, Malcolm Brown's still going to get touches, and we're hoping he doesn't steal all those goal line opportunities, because as of right now, got Darrell Henderson at 24. 23, J.D. McKissic of the Washington football team. Now, Antonio Gibson is still practicing and still a huge question mark whether or not he's going to play this week or not for sure. As of right now, until we get word that Gibson is 100% good to go, I have J.D. McKissic right here at 23 this week going up against the Carolina Panthers. A great matchup, and we know J.D. McKissic is going to be involved in the passing game. So even if Antonio Gibson does play, that's only going to drop, J.D. McKissic a few spots. He still has that PPR upside with the amount of volume he gets, but for right now, got him at 23. 22, Kenyon Drake, Arizona Cardinals. Just talked about Chase Edmonds. Kenyon Drake dropping down the rankings here just a little bit. A difficult matchup for the Arizona Cardinals here this week going up against the San Francisco 49ers. He's not touchdown dependent, but he is volume dependent. We need Drake to get right around 18 to 22 touches a week to return great fantasy value. He may struggle to hit those higher numbers this week. That's why I got him dropped down to 22. 21, Mike Davis, Carolina Panthers, a difficult matchup going up against Washington, right? One of the best front fours in all of football. And now all of a sudden, Mike Davis is just an afterthought in the passing game. Is it because DJ Moore has kind of had a late season, resurgence? Possibly. That's where the targets have gone. And until he gets them back, he's just going to remain, a low-end running back 2 flex play for so many people, which is disappointing because he carried a lot of people here to start the season. Right now, got him at 21. Number 20 is Le'Veon Bell, Kansas City Chiefs. Why isn't he higher, Jake? Well, we talked about Darrell Williams earlier, and we talked about the lack of commitment to the running game in Kansas City. They're going to throw the football a lot in a matchup against Atlanta, one of the best run defenses in all of the NFL, but where they struggle is against the pass. Where do the Chiefs excel? The passing game. So insert a lot of pass catching work going the ways of Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. They're going to eat this weekend, and the running game could suffer slightly. That's why I got Le'Veon Bell, number 20. Number 19, Kareem Hunt, Cleveland Browns, a matchup against the Jets, which means he should be higher, right? Well, I expect Cleveland to get a lead in this ballgame, run Nick Chubb a lot in the second half, and we may see less targets going the way of Kareem Hunt. Still a decent low-end running back 2, great flex start, but as far as that high ceiling, we're going to need him to bust off a big play in order to get there, or The Browns just absolutely stomped the Jets to the point of where both these guys, Hunt and Chubb, are seeing over 18 touches and finding the end zone. For right now, playing a little safer, got Hunt at 19. Number 18 is Jeff Wilson Jr., San Francisco 49ers, going up against the Arizona Cardinals. A difficult matchup for the most part. I mean, Arizona's defense underrated, have yet to allow more than 84 yards to an individual rusher on the opposite team, so we need Jeff Wilson Jr. to find the end zone. Luckily, he finds the end zone quite a bit. Got him at number 18. 17 is Chris Carson, Seattle Seahawks, a difficult matchup going up against the Rams. One of the best defenses in all of football. Not ideal for Chris Carson owners, but we just need this game to stay close. If it stays close, we have a chance at more volume for Carson, which means a safer floor. For now, got him at 17. 16 is DeAndre Swift, Detroit Lions, a difficult matchup going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but this one is all about potential upside and pass catching work, right? That's where we can really see a benefit from DeAndre Swift. When he's healthy, which he is now, this is his backfield, and Adrian Peterson, Kerryon Johnson, they're an afterthought. DeAndre Swift is the lead running back in Detroit, and they're going to have to find some offense to keep pace with the Buccaneers this week. Got DeAndre Swift at 16. 15, this is where I have Tony Pollard right now. Dallas Cowboys going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Still unclear whether or not we're going to see Zeke. At this point, I don't think that we do, especially after the performance we saw last week from Tony Pollard, who came out and played great. A difficult matchup, but I do expect another solid performance from Tony Pollard as long as he can get the volume. At this point, I think we just want Zeke to sit so we can use Pollard. Got him at 15. 14, Melvin Gordon, Denver Broncos, a great matchup going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, and I expect Melvin Gordon to pretty much continue what he's been doing for the last 4 to 6 weeks, right? He's not going to be overly efficient in the run game, but he is going to find the end zone, and he's going to get some passing work on a weekly basis. This could be somewhat of a potential shootout between Justin Herbert and Drew Lock, because either side, the defenses aren't, elite by any means. Melvin Gordon should have some scoring opportunities. Got him at 14. 13, Jonathan Taylor, Indianapolis Colts, a very difficult matchup going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. A Steelers defense that was just shredded by Gio Bernard and the Bengals, though, so that kind of gives me some slight hope that there's a chance that Jonathan Taylor can still produce solid numbers here this week. Listen, he's been killing it for weeks. All we're doing is limiting expectations slightly, but we're not sitting him by any means, even though this matchup is difficult. Pittsburgh just doesn't look like the same team over the past month or so. I got Jonathan Taylor still at 13. Number 12, J.K. Dobbins, Baltimore Ravens, a matchup here this week going up against the New York Giants, and now that this offense is finally clicking in Baltimore, J.K. Dobbins is going to get a lot more scoring opportunities, right? Lamar's running more. The read option is working. The passing game, we're actually seeing Lamar, excel in the passing game from time to time, and that's only helping out J.K. Dobbins, who, yes, has taken over this backfield as of right now. Still splitting with Gus Edwards, but J.K. Dobbins is the guy going forward. Got him at number 12. Number 11, maybe the highest I've ranked David Johnson all year long in a matchup going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. A Bengals defense which have been playing better, but what did we see last week from David Johnson? 11 receptions. If we can get anywhere near that number on a weekly basis, we are going to be ecstatic as David Johnson owners here in the fantasy playoffs. I really don't see a reason why they don't continue down that same road and give him those targets on a weekly basis. He excelled with it, right? He did great with that opportunity, and I expect it to continue. Got him at number 11. Number 10 is going to be Josh Jacobs playing football on Saturday this week going up against the Miami Dolphins, and now that he's back healthy, he's back inside the top 12 weekly, right? With the amount of volume that this guy can see on a weekly basis, almost 30 touches as a potential ceiling, that's great. That's what we're looking for because the efficiency hasn't been that great. Who's under center? That plays a difference. Is it Marcus Mariota? Is it Derek Carr? We prefer Mariota for Jacobs' sake, but we'll have to wait and find out. For right now, got Jacobs at 10. Number 9, Miles Sanders, Philadelphia Eagles, in a great matchup going up against the Dallas Cowboys and their run defense, if you want to call it defense at this point. I love Miles Sanders. Ever since Jalen Hurts has taken over, we've seen them utilize the RPOs, the run-pass options. I mean, they're getting Miles Sanders the ball in space. They're trying to involve him in the passing game a little bit more. The big play potential we know is always there, and in a matchup against Dallas, we could see it this week. Got him at number 9. Number 8, Leonard Fournette, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's now official that Ronald Jones has been ruled out, so we're going to see a lot of Leonard Fournette. And what is great about that, they play the Lions this week, and the Lions can't stop anybody on the ground. Sure, last week Fournette didn't get a ton of rushing yards, but he's going to be able to have chances at the end zone once again this week, and that's definitely going to boost his floor. Got him at running back 8. 7, Austin Eckler, Los Angeles Chargers, going up against the Denver Broncos. And even though the Chargers offense and team as a whole struggles at times, Austin Eckler is still pretty safe, right? His ceiling is astronomical. It's matchup winning, but his floor is still going to hover right around 10 fantasy points a week, which is not bad, especially if you're in PPR formats. He's going to continue to get targets. He's going to continue to get carries. He's going to lead the backfield in touches, but I just wish Anthony Lynn would stop using Kalen Ballage in Austin Eckler situations. That's the only thing to worry about. Got him at number 7. Number 6, Nick Chubb, Cleveland Browns. Love us some Nick Chubb going up against the Jets, Jets, coming off their first win of the season. Are we overly concerned about the rushing defense of the New York Jets? No, we're not. I don't care who the Browns play. They're going to dominate in the run game. That's the type of offense they've built around Kevin Stefanski, and Nick Chubb is the main beneficiary. Dude is inside the top 12 overall running backs and didn't even play 4 weeks this season. Love the Chubb. Got him at 6. 5, Dalvin Cook. Now, obviously, this is probably a little bit lower than a lot of people want to see Dalvin Cook. However, it's just one of those difficult matchups going up against New Orleans. The best rushing defense in all of the NFL is going to limit the potential ceiling of Dalvin Cook. However, we've seen him excel in difficult matchups all year long. By no means do we worry about starting Dalvin Cook. He's a mainstay in your lineup. Just something we have to pay attention to, limit the expectations slightly. Still like him, got him at number 5. Number 4, David Montgomery, Chicago Bears, and he is doing his best Kenyon Drake impression. Do you remember last season, the end of the year, Kenyon Drake just carried people through the end of their fantasy season and throughout the playoffs. David Montgomery doing the same thing, and now he gets a matchup against Jacksonville. Yeah, 100% love me some D-Mont this week, got him at number 4. Number 3, Aaron Jones, Green Bay Packers. Love Aaron Jones this week. Why do we love him so much? Well, 1, he's got a matchup against Tennessee, which is a great matchup. And 2, Jamal Williams is still missing practice, which means we're going to see a lot more Aaron Jones than maybe we've seen over some of the weeks past. He won't be splitting as much. Could he reach that 20-touch number once again this week? We saw it last week, and we expect it again here this week. Got Aaron Jones, number 3. Number 2, Alvin Kamara, New Orleans Saints. We talked about Latavius Murray at number 30, right? Well, Alvin Kamara is going to be one of the main beneficiaries of Drew Brees still under center. We know what he did earlier in the season with no Michael Thomas. We know Drew Brees isn't 100% and can't get the ball deep down the field consistently. Insert Alvin Kamara in the short passing game just in time for your fantasy championship. Got him back at number 2. Which means, number 1, no surprise to anybody, right? Derrick Henry, Tennessee Titans, going up against one of the worst run defenses in all of fantasy football, the Green Bay Packers. What we need here, the game to be close, and Derrick Henry could absolutely demolish this run defense. He's going to try for this record. I can almost bet that they're going to try to end the season with a little bit of swagger for Derrick Henry and get him to 2,000 yards rushing. Needs a big day. I see it coming. Got Derrick Henry, number 1 in Week 16. All right, that's my quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for Week 16 fantasy football. Hopefully that helped make a few of your decisions a little bit easier. But once again, happy holidays, Merry Christmases to you and your families. We greatly appreciate the support here throughout the entire year. But don't forget, we're not going anywhere. This channel runs year round. And if you're looking for a little bit more information on some of the guys we just talked about, make sure you head over to the channel, check out our start sit videos, because that's where you're going to get a little bit more information on everybody who we just touched on. But hopefully you guys have a great week this week. Happy holidays once again. We look forward to talking to you. Have a good one. Thanks.